I want to come to the second question because you're often only as good or bad as your opponents are. And it brings me to my second question, which is quite simply this. Is the Congress back to square one? And I want you to take that, Ashutosh, right at the outset, because I want to show this map of India 2014. In India 2014, the picture was different. The BJP had just 7 chief ministers, the Congress had 13. Today, the Congress has only 3 chief ministers, Himachal, Telangana and Karnataka. They are allies in Jharkhand and in Tamil Nadu. And the BJP, as I said earlier, is in power or with allies in 21 states. Has the Congress gone back to square one? Maharashtra was once a dominant Congress state. Haryana, everyone expected the Congress to win because of anti-incumbency that was perceived at the time. And here, what is the Congress in Bihar? Down to single digits. Is the Congress again facing some kind of a serious existential crisis when it comes to its failure in elections? It hasn't addressed serious organizational issues.
See, Rajdeep, there is no doubt that the opposition and especially the Congress party must be a very demoralized lot today. And there must be a lot of churning going on inside the party itself. Not only about the functioning of the party, not only about the organizational setup of the party, but also about the leadership. There's no doubt about it. Because when you face a defeat of this magnitude, and obviously there are the question mark, and that question has to be answered. And especially the Rahul Gandhi should be questioned and he should answer back. Now, but let's also face the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is that after the parliament election, what we are witnessing today is basically institutionalization of corruption in the electoral process. A state like Bihar, if I give you the statistics, only 4% people have got more than 50,000 income per month. Only 4. 96% own no vehicle. 6% are graduates in Bihar. 33% or more than 33% people are below poverty line. Now, these are the figures. And there is no anti-incumbency. There is no anger against the Nitish government. Why? Because since Madhya Pradesh election, it has been realized that if you can bribe voters in the last minute and during the parliament election or during the elections, if you can deposit 100 rupees or 2,000 rupees or the 10,000 rupees in their account, then votes are in your favor. This is the brazen corruption. Prime Minister says zero tolerance. Where is the Election Commission? I'm not blaming only BJP. I'm saying that every ruling party will have that added advantage and every party in the opposition will always have a disadvantage. Because opposition can always promise, but government can always deliver. So where is the level playing field? And where is Election Commission doing? Election Commission is brazenly watching this institutionalization of corruption through electoral process. Yes, Rajdeep.
You're raising a very, very serious question, and Raj, you take it first, and then I'll go to Nirja, because the truth is, and this was going to be one of my questions, but I'm now bringing it up. These cash transfers that are taking place across states. What has happened in Bihar? 1 week before the model code of conduct, 10,000 rupees given to 1.5 crore women, including while the code of conduct was in place and even just before voting. Now it's going to happen in every state. And many of these states are almost facing financial bankruptcy. So while we talk of election machine and who's on top, the big national picture, as I see, is you could now be facing several states because of fiscal profligacy during an election year, facing a serious crisis.
Rajdeep, let's be clear, this is not new. I think Kejriwal patented it in Delhi. And though Prime Minister Modi initially was dead against these kind of doles being given at this time, the BJP has become a party to it. And that is what I think is the real concern.
1 week before an election, Raj Chengappa, Kejriwal... No, 1 minute. Kejriwal started a freebie culture. The Prime Minister accused him of distributing revdies. In fact, the Prime Minister wanted a national debate. But what happened in Bihar or what happened in Maharashtra suggests you do it just before the election and put cash in the hands of people. According to Ashutosh, that's a bribe. Do you think it's a bribe?
Look, I mean, this has been happening for a while. So I wouldn't just pinpoint Bihar as a problem. as a rule, this is something that shouldn't be done, right? It is being done across all, not necessarily just the BJP. Every single party is indulging in it. What it does reflect, and I think Ashutosh there has a point, is that there is extreme problems in this country. That if you at the just before an election you are able to give this and win votes, it means that the people are pretty desperate on some of these. If you take a look at Bihar, for instance, and there's a very interesting statistic is there that the total household income in Bihar from migrants was 25% of the total household income in Bihar. Today it is 60%. Right? So the amount of money that is coming in from outside, which means people are going out for jobs and then earning and giving back because Bihar state is not there. They have, as Shrapan had mentioned earlier, the lowest per capita income that's going at 69,000, despite the fact that Nitish Kumar's, if you take a look at his annual growth rate, has been pretty good. It's been above the national average for a per state. So let's give credit where it's due. But the question that you're asking is certainly, what does this reflect in terms of the fact that an electorate can be influenced overnight just because, I mean, that shows the paucity that is there in terms of development and governance that's going on, that they could be influenced so easily. But coming to the primary question that you asked about the India alliance, which I think is what you wanted an answer to, which Ashutosh started with, is that,
yes,
look,
India, particularly India and the Congress. India and the Congress, because to use a word, you'll know better. It was wrongly attributed to Einstein that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Is that the problem with the Congress party in particular? A quick answer.
Let me just say this: that the Congress can take a lot of leaves out of BJP's book. If you see what happened in Bihar, they presumed that just the vote chori bit, the moral part, would get them the kind of traction that they should be getting in that state. And along with that, RJD and the pull that it had with its communities and its vote bank would get them through. What was pretty clear was the way the BJP worked, which is to go there and raise issues. Like you might have said, okay, fair enough, they gave the welfare thing, but take a look at what the MGB does. It gives a welfare dole that many people say it's almost impossible to deliver because he talks of giving a government job to everybody that's there. Here you had a plausible, they had money in their hands and they were getting a little more, but you come up with a welfare scheme that seems almost impossible to implement. Let's not forget there'll be 28,000 crores that the BJP and the NDA will have to pay out in Bihar because for what they did, and that's going to put enormous pressure on the Bihar in their budget. But if you look at the way the Congress, how often did Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi, campaign together? Where was the sense of unity in that whole Mahagathbandhan? It looked like each one were, fighting their own battles that were there. Whereas the BJP got its act together. There were a lot of differences, no doubt, the ambiguity over Nitish Kumar and the chief minister, but they were able to combine far better, bring out the issues. I think the lessons that they have to do is, apart from, there is no doubt the moral stand is right? You cannot have democracy being stolen from us. And therefore, the Congress has got a good plank. I mean, credit to Rahul Gandhi for what he's doing in terms of exposing a lot of these. But he has to come down to local issues. And that's where they don't really work out. You have to have a coherent strategy. You have to tell the people that you can deliver on these things. And look, they missed a brilliant chance. You had anti-incumbency. You had a chief minister who apparently had failing health. And therefore, that was, something they could have cashed. You had a young face. You could have had the whole generational change that you wanted to do, and there was a mood for change. That they couldn't do this, I think, is a lesson that they have to learn. That they have to fight like the BJP does. Every election matters. You cannot take it casually. You cannot say that, oh, I've done this and therefore it just happened.
Right. But the fact is, Neerja Chaudhary, it's the way the BJP has framed the debate between them and the opposition. In Bihar, for example, the Prime Minister framed it at one level as, do you want stability versus Jungle Raj? He framed it as, do you want a meritocracy or do you want dynasty and Parivarvad? Raj Chengappa says, why didn't Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi go together? Good point. But the fact is, the moment they did, the BJP would say, here are the dynasts who are ruling Bihar. Now, all of this, the opposition doesn't seem to have got adequate answers. The India alliance, may have misread the 2024 verdict, or certainly the Congress did. They thought they were back on the comeback trail. Did complacency set in the Congress, just as it set in the BJP before 2024? The Congress took the mandate as a mandate for itself, even with 99 seats. And the India Alliance is all looking first at its regional interests. Because I want to put this question. Next year, you've got MK Stalin in Tamil Nadu, you've got Mamata Banerjee in Bengal, you've got Left versus Congress in Kerala. These regional parties, are they willing to stand by the Congress now? Can the Congress really be a glue or a magnet anymore?
Rajdeep, I want to make, in answer to your question, I want to make 3 quick points. One, you got it absolutely right, and I agree with that. The word complacency. The Congress no longer has a fire in its belly. It's peopled by those who have become soft and flabby. I give you 2 examples. Prashant Kishore's Jan Suraj didn't do well, as was expected. But the man went there 3 years ago. He did 2 years of Padyatras, village after village. जैसे उसने कहा, मेरी हड्डियां जल गई. And then he set up this party. 1 year of that party, 243 candidates. Now he may have got some things wrong. He may have overreached. He may have not gone for an alliance. All this is different. But the fact that complete newbie who has no base at all does this in 3 years, he's cut the vote of both sides, both the alliances in 33 constituencies. And he's not I would not dismiss him for the future also. You take the BJP in 2013 in Uttar Pradesh with 10 Lok Sabha seats. 11 months down the line, it had 71 Lok Sabha seats. I've had senior Congress leaders talk to me in 2003, 22 years ago, wring their hands and say what to do about UP. And today that continues to be the phrase, what can we do about UP to revive the Congress? The Congress, strategy, leadership, everything will follow. The Congress does not have the political will. That's the hard truth. As for, whether you can dismiss the opposition, I would not like this.
The Congress or its leadership? No, Neerja Chaudhary, the Congress or its leadership? Ashutosh, is it the, ma'am? No, ma'am, is it the Congress or its leadership? Ashutosh mentioned the elephant in the room, according to him, is the capture of institutions by the BJP through money, power, according to Ashutosh. Do you believe the elephant in the room, as far as the opposition is concerned, is Rahul Gandhi?
I would not say the elephant in the room is Rahul Gandhi. Today he is accepted as the leader of the Congress party. He is also largely accepted by other opposition parties. The problem may be in his style of functioning. Does he include enough people? Does he give access to leaders? If he goes out of the country or wherever for 2 months after the voter Adhikar Yatra, the decision does not get taken whether the Congress party will project Tejasvi Yadav as his chief ministerial candidate of the Mahagathbandhan. That is left till very, very late. The seat adjustments don't happen. The seat sharing is delayed. And you lose the momentum that you had generated. So it is the style of functioning of Rahul Gandhi, which maybe the Congress needs to look at. But there are not enough people. There are no people who can tell him, look, this is what we need to do. But I would say 2026 may belong to the opposition if they get their act right. You look at Assam, good chance with Gaurav Gogoi in the Congress fighting hard there. Mamata Banerjee is not going to allow the BJP to come into the state very easily. She is going to fight back. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, it could be the opposition's year, provided they get it right.